One simple spice that speeds up healing and recovery. Spices are the heartbeat of flavor in our food, but sometimes they're more than just seasoning. Throughout history, people have looked to certain spices not just for taste, but for healing. And among them, there's one spice in particular that has earned a reputation across cultures, ancient traditions, and now modern science, as a powerful ally in the body's natural ability to heal and recover. This spice is turmeric, the golden yellow powder often found in curries, soups, teas, and now even in health supplements. While it might look humble sitting in your spice rack, turmeric holds within it an extraordinary compound called curcumin, which has been studied for its remarkable effects on healing and recovery. But before we get too deep into the science, let's begin with why healing matters so much. Healing isn't just about recovering from surgery or an injury. It's about what happens every single day inside your body. From a small paper cut to microscopic damage caused by stress or exercise, your body is always repairing, rebuilding, and renewing itself. Recovery is the difference between a body that thrives and one that breaks down over time. The faster and more efficiently you heal, the healthier and more resilient you feel. And here's where turmeric enters the story. Turmeric has been used for thousands of years in Ayurvedic medicine, traditional Chinese medicine, and in daily cooking throughout South Asia. It wasn't just valued for flavor, it was seen as a sacred spice for purifying the body, treating wounds, and supporting overall health. Golden milk, a warm drink made of turmeric, milk and spices, has been used for centuries in India as a tonic for recovery and vitality. Healers and grandmothers alike recommended turmeric paste for cuts, scrapes, and bruises. Long before laboratories existed, people knew this golden spice did something special. Now, modern science has started catching up to what tradition already believed. The secret lies in curcumin, the bright yellow compound that gives turmeric its color. Curcumin is a natural anti-inflammatory and antioxidant powerhouse. When you think about healing, two processes play a huge role: reducing inflammation and controlling oxidative stress. Inflammation is part of the body's defense system, but when it becomes excessive, it slows healing and causes pain. Oxidative stress, on the other hand, happens when free radicals and stable molecules damage cells and tissues. Curcumin helps with both. It calms down inflammation by regulating molecules in the body that trigger it, and it neutralizes free radicals that would otherwise slow recovery. This double action makes turmeric a spice that directly supports the healing process. Think about a simple example. Exercise. When you push your muscles during a workout, you're actually causing tiny tears in the muscle fibers. This is normal and necessary because when those fibers heal, they grow back stronger. But if inflammation becomes excessive, recovery takes longer, soreness lasts, and performance drops. This is why athletes around the world are now turning to turmeric supplements and turmeric-rich diets. Curcumin has been shown in studies to help muscles recover faster after intense exercise, reducing soreness and speeding up strength gains. For anyone trying to stay active and healthy, that's an incredible advantage. But healing isn't just about muscles, it's about wounds, illnesses, and even chronic conditions. Turmeric has been studied for its role in wound healing, where its antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects help tissues repair more efficiently. Some research even shows that applying turmeric paste to wounds can promote faster closure and reduce infection. Inside the body, curcumin supports healing from inflammation-driven diseases like arthritis. People with joint pain often report less stiffness and swelling after consistent turmeric use. While it's not a magic bullet, it's a powerful support tool. So why doesn't everyone know this already? One challenge is that curcumin is not easily absorbed by the body. Eating turmeric alone doesn't release all of its benefits. That's why traditional recipes often combine turmeric with black pepper and fat, two ingredients that enhance curcumin absorption dramatically. Black pepper contains piperine, which increases curcumin bioavailability by up to 2,000%. Meanwhile, fats like coconut oil or milk help carry curcumin into the bloodstream. Once again, ancient wisdom had it right long before clinical studies confirmed it. And here's something fascinating. Turmeric's role in recovery extends to the brain. Inflammation and oxidative stress don't just affect muscles and joints, they also affect neurons. This is why curcumin is being studied for its potential in supporting brain healing after injury and even in neurodegenerative conditions. Some studies suggest curcumin boosts levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a protein that helps neurons grow and repair. While more research is needed, the idea that a simple spice could help the brain recover and adapt is nothing short of astonishing. Healing is also about the immune system, and turmeric plays a role here too. A strong immune response means faster recovery from infections and illnesses. Curcumin helps regulate immune cells, ensuring they don't overreact or underperform. By calming excessive immune responses, turmeric prevents unnecessary tissue damage, while still supporting the body's ability to fight off threats. This balance is essential for recovery. Too much immune activity causes harm. Too little leaves you vulnerable. Another layer to turmeric's healing story is its role in circulation. Blood flow is central to recovery because it delivers oxygen and nutrients to damaged tissues while carrying away waste. Inflammation can disrupt circulation, but curcumin has been shown to improve endothelial function, the ability of blood vessels to relax and dilate. Better circulation means more efficient healing. This is why turmeric is sometimes recommended for people recovering from surgery, illness, or even daily wear and tear. But let's be clear, turmeric isn't a miracle cure. It won't replace medical treatment, and it's not an excuse to ignore other healthy habits. Healing and recovery depend on sleep, nutrition, hydration, and stress management. Turmeric works best as part of a larger lifestyle. Think of it as a booster, something that gives your body's natural systems an extra edge. When combined with good habits, its effects are amplified. So what does this mean in practical terms? It means that adding turmeric to your diet, especially with black pepper and healthy fats, could genuinely support your body's healing process. It could mean faster recovery after workouts, less soreness, and better resilience against everyday wear. Could mean less stiffness in your joints and better support for your immune system. It could even mean improved brain resilience over time. For a single spice, that's a remarkable list of contributions. And perhaps that's why turmeric has survived through centuries of tradition and has now been validated by modern science. It bridges the gap between ancient wisdom and today's evidence-based health practices. One simple spice, quietly sitting in your pantry, has the power to speed up healing and recovery in ways most people don't realize. This is the truth behind turmeric. It's not just a dash of flavor in your curry, it's a scientifically backed, time-tested ally in your body's constant journey of repair and renewal. In Part 1, we uncovered how turmeric, powered by its active compound curcumin, helps the body heal faster by calming inflammation, reducing oxidative stress, supporting circulation, and even protecting the brain. But that's only part of the story. To truly understand how this simple spice speeds up healing and recovery, we need to go deeper into the science, the traditions, and the practical ways to use it in daily life. Because turmeric isn't just a spice, it's a bridge between ancient wisdom and modern medicine, and its potential reaches into nearly every system in the body. One of the most fascinating aspects of turmeric's healing power is how it interacts with chronic conditions. Inflammation isn't just about short-term pain after exercise or a small cut. It plays a central role in long-term diseases. Arthritis, for example, is essentially the body's inflammatory response gone out of control in the joints. People who live with arthritis know how relentless the swelling and stiffness can be, often limiting movement and quality of life. Curcumin has been studied extensively in this context. Multiple clinical trials have shown that turmeric supplements can reduce pain and improve joint function, sometimes as effectively as over-the-counter anti-inflammatory drugs, but without the same side effects. Imagine being able to walk more comfortably, recover movement, and enjoy daily activities again, all from a spice that's been around for thousands of years. The same principle applies to recovery from surgery or injury. Whenever tissues are damaged, inflammation is the body's first response. It's necessary for healing, but too much can delay recovery. Turmeric works by moderating that inflammation, keeping it in balance so the healing process can move forward efficiently. That's why some doctors are now studying turmeric as a complementary therapy for post-surgical recovery. While it's not meant to replace prescribed medications, it may give patients a smoother, faster return to health. Then there's the question of immunity. Healing and recovery depend heavily on how well the immune system functions. If it overreacts, it causes damage. If it underreacts, infections linger and wounds don't heal. Curcumin is remarkable because it seems to modulate immune function in both directions. It helps calm excessive immune activity, reducing unnecessary tissue damage, while still boosting the body's ability to respond to real threats. This dual action explains why turmeric has been studied in autoimmune diseases, infections, and even in cancer recovery. In every case, the spice seems to help the body strike a healthier balance, giving it what it needs to repair without tipping into chaos. And what about the brain? In recent years, researchers have become increasingly interested in how turmeric supports neurological recovery. Injuries to the brain, such as concussions or strokes, trigger inflammation and oxidative stress that can linger for weeks, slowing down recovery. Curcumin has been shown in animal studies to protect neurons, reduce brain inflammation, and even encourage the growth of new brain cells through increased production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF. While human studies are still developing, The idea that turmeric could help the brain heal itself after trauma is revolutionary. For anyone worried about long-term brain health, this is one of the most promising areas of turmeric research. But let's make this practical. How can you actually use turmeric in your daily life to support healing and recovery? First, consistency matters. Taking a single dose once in a while won't transform your health. The benefits come from regular intake over time. Traditional cultures understood this. They didn't treat turmeric as a medicine to be taken occasionally. It was part of the daily diet. Curries, soups, teas, and warm tonics all provided steady exposure to its healing compounds. Second, bioavailability is key. As we mentioned in Part 1, curcumin isn't easily absorbed on its own. To unlock its full potential, you need to pair turmeric with black pepper and a source of fat. That's why golden milk, a mixture of turmeric, milk, and pepper, remains such a powerful traditional remedy. In modern times, turmeric capsules often include piperine from black pepper to ensure the body can actually use the curcumin effectively. If you're adding turmeric to food, remember to drizzle in olive oil, coconut milk, or another healthy fat. These small details make a big difference in how much your body benefits. Third, dosage matters. Most culinary uses of turmeric provide a gentle, supportive level of curcumin, which is perfect for prevention and general wellness. But when it comes to recovery from significant inflammation or injury, higher doses may be needed. This is why supplements have become popular. They concentrate curcumin into levels difficult to achieve through food alone. Clinical trials often use dosages ranging from 500 milligrams to several grams of curcumin per day, depending on the condition. Of course, anyone considering high-dose supplements should consult a healthcare professional, especially if they're taking medications, because turmeric can interact with blood thinners and other drugs. Now let's look at the bigger picture. Turmeric works best when it's part of a holistic approach to healing. It's not a substitute for rest, sleep, proper nutrition, or medical care. Instead, it enhances all of those things. Think of it as a catalyst, something that amplifies your body's natural healing systems when they're already supported by healthy habits. For example, if you're an athlete recovering from training, combining turmeric with protein-rich meals, good hydration, and sleep will accelerate your progress. If you're recovering from illness, turmeric works alongside your immune system, giving it the balance it needs to fight without overreacting. The spice doesn't replace good habits, it multiplies their effects. Culturally, turmeric's reputation as a healing spice isn't new. In India, it's part of daily cooking, skin remedies, and even religious rituals. In traditional Chinese medicine, it's used to move qi, the body's vital energy, and to improve blood circulation. In Polynesia, turmeric was applied to wounds as a protective paste. These ancient practices weren't accidents. They were observations of real effects, long before science had the tools to measure them. Today, clinical trials and laboratory studies are confirming what traditional healers already knew. The golden spice truly does speed up healing. Of course, like anything powerful, turmeric isn't without cautions. High doses can cause digestive upset in some people. For those on blood-thinning medication, turmeric might increase bleeding risk. And while it's generally safe as a food, supplements should be taken carefully. That's why the key message isn't to rush out and take as much turmeric as possible. It's to integrate it wisely into your lifestyle. Small amounts daily, combined with pepper and fat, can provide steady benefits over time. Supplements may be used for more intensive recovery, but ideally under professional guidance. So where does that leave us? The verdict is clear. Turmeric is one simple spice that truly speeds up healing and recovery. Its effects aren't mystical, they're grounded in science, supported by centuries of tradition, and validated by modern research. From muscle recovery to joint health, from wound repair to brain resilience, turmeric plays a role in helping the body heal faster and stronger. It doesn't replace medicine, but it enhances health in a way that few other spices can claim. And perhaps the most inspiring part of this story is how accessible turmeric is. Unlike exotic, expensive supplements, this spice is affordable, widely available, and easy to use in everyday meals. It doesn't require complicated routines or costly products. A pinch in your soup, a spoonful in your curry, a warm cup of golden milk at night, these small, simple choices add up over time. In a world obsessed with quick fixes and miracle cures, turmeric stands out as a humble, time-tested, and scientifically backed ally for real recovery. So the next time you're feeling sore, run down, or in need of a boost, remember that healing doesn't always come in the form of a pill. Sometimes, it comes in the form of a golden powder that's been sitting quietly in your kitchen all along. One simple spice, trusted for generations, proven by science, and waiting to give your body the support it needs to heal. That spice is turmeric, the golden healer.